never gonna pick up. Call too many times. Text back saying sorry I'm drunk. Why do I even try? Argue in circles for hours, cause what else can we do? Seems so sweet when it started, but now it's overgrown. I break my back trying to fix this and still end up alone. But I'll keep trying and trying till it splits me in two. 'Cause I don't think we're working out with every sad attempt. You break it off, I'll break down, 'cause I don't want us to end. Don't tell me, I'll let it stay in my head. I won't believe our love is already dead. I'll let it disappear slowly. Forget it, really don't tell me.
Hey guys, hi. So, I have had a week off. You probably noticed, maybe, there's not been as many like regular weekly vlogs from me. I've been posting at least once a week. I need to go back. I need to get cracking with this 2 times a week just to get more consistency. And the reason why I haven't posted a vlog for last week is because I was at my parents' house for the week, because it was my nephew's birthday. I took a week of work and just chilled. However, I did still read, so I don't know how much I updated you before I left, so I'm just going to give you a quick update now. So, sorry, welcome to another weekly vlog. Started this on Sunday instead of Monday. Don't really know why, but I did, so here we are. So I can't remember if I finished this at the end of my last vlog that I actually did, or whether I finished it after that point, but I'm just going to go through what I've done anyway. So I finished City of Rust. It was very okay, 3 stars. Everything was very okay. The winning part of this was Ate, the chemical, the mechanical gecko that could talk. It was brilliant. The underlying like moral of the story, which a lot of middle grades have, was really nice, and I really liked Ate, and some like the morals of the story and things like that came together. Obviously it is a comfy cozy middle grade and really enjoyed it. Then went on to Graceling. This follows Katza, and she is a Graceling, and a Graceling is a child that from an early age develops a power of some kind, or a gift of some kind. It can be anything. It can be exceptional strength, it could be something useful, so like exceptional strength. It could be great at using swords, it could be, you know, an ace with a bow and arrow, it could be anything like that, or it could be something that's really not that great, like can talk backwards and things like that. So not all graces are sought after. However, you can tell if someone's a graceling by the fact that when they turn a certain age, this can happen at any point when they're a child, the eyes turn 2 different colours, and then as soon as they do, they are identified as a graceling, they then are turned over to the king, and they are raised by the king's, like, raised by the king basically. Randa, who Katza serves, has chefs that are graced, has swordsmen that are graced, and all his army and things like that. So, but Katza doesn't like what she does, so when she's very young she finds out that she has a grace that nobody wants, and I think this is on the blurbs. This is like a 10th anniversary edition, which I didn't realise when I bought it. There's a special edition, but it doesn't have the blurb on it, so I didn't really know what it was going into it, and I haven't read the blurb on the second book that I've read either, because I've just gone into the series blind. She finds out that she has got a grace for killing, and she's raised by Randa as his personal assassin, his strong arm. Like, as soon as anybody needs to be persuaded to do something that he wants them to do, he will send Katza. But she grows tired of this. She meets somebody who makes her think that maybe she deserves more than this, and it just follows her on that journey. And I really enjoyed this. You find things about Katza, not abilities, but you find things about Katza that she didn't know about herself, and it's just a great little journey. But what I didn't know about this series is it's not really a series. So you've got Graceling Fire, Bitter Blue and Winterkeep, and I thought it was like a follow-on, like an actual series, because everyone refers to it as the Graceling series. However, Graceling is book 1 in the series, but it's not really a series, because after that I read Fire, which is damaged, which is annoying. I'm going to need to replace it. But I read Fire, and it kind of goes back in time for this. So there's a character in this who's an adult, but in this he's a child. Without telling you too much about the story, it kind of goes back in time to tell you how the character in this became what he is in this. So in this book there's 7 kingdoms. I don't know them all off the top of my head. They are Wester, Nanda, Estel, Midlands, Monsey and Leonid. And Katza is for the Midlands. These different 7 kingdoms have 7 kings, and each of the kings, it's very much about, you know, they're at war, they're betraying each other. Each of these kings are very power hungry, apart from the Leonids. This is the 7 kingdoms, but this follows a girl called Fire, and she's from the Dells. So the Dells is a totally different place to the 7 kingdoms, but it kind of, like I said, it goes back in time. Are you following me? Because initially I was a bit like, what the hell? And then it goes back to when this person was a child, and how they came to find they were graced and things like that. Yeah, but then it mainly follows a girl called Fire, who is classed as a monster. So in these lands there are monsters. There's not gracelings, they're monsters, and these monsters are mostly just animals. And you can tell the difference between a monster animal and a normal animal because they will be brightly coloured. But there is only one monster human left, and you can tell who she is by her fire coloured hair. And she attracts monsters. The animals are attracted to the human monster, but not like attracted, like ooh attracted, but like when they see her they want to attack her. So she doesn't live the best life. She has to hide her hair when she goes out. So yeah, there's things like that. So she is very beautiful, and people are driven mad by her beauty. Either they fall in love with her, or they go mad in an angry way and like start attacking her. So she has a positive and a negative effect on people. But even when they fall in love with her, they can be quite aggressive with it. So nobody fully assaults her, but it gets a bit handsy at times, and it can seem like it's a bit much. So just be mindful of that going in. But I really enjoyed this as well, so I give both these 4 stars. The love interest in this is like an enemies to lovers kind of thing, but although you can sort of sense something happening, and it's kind of probably obvious to a lot of people going in who the love interest is going to be, it's kind of interesting how it plays out, so I would recommend this. And then finally tonight I started and finished Shark Caller. So this follows a girl called Blue Wing. She wants to be a shark caller, and then there's a girl that just plops into a life called Maple, and she comes to the island with her father. Not much really more I can say about it without spoiling it, but it is once again a comfy, cozy, cute middle grade. It has a moral to the story, and like I said before, this is one of the things I like about middle grades, and which I think is great for kids because it can help them understand quite complex issues. And this deals a lot with grief and death. Just again, beware of that going in. Doesn't describe anything horrific or anything, but it does deal with the emotions surrounding death. I don't know what I'm going to rate this yet. I haven't put it through a core pile. It's probably a 3 or a 4. I don't do half stars, so it'll be either a 3 or a 4, because it's very okay. So we are now at 9:30. We have got 12 more minutes left of Chloe's sprints. Little Chloe and Sprints. I'm editing the last bit of my Akamath vlog, which is going to go up tomorrow, and then I'm going to sit down and chill out and start reading A Ship of Destiny. This was not on any TBR that I expected to read this month, but I read The Mad Ship in the first week of this month along with Michael, the average reader who I'm reading this series with, and he suggested that we could read the third book in the Life Ship Traders at the end of the month, and I'm really eager to see what goes on, because the way that it was left in the end of the last book, so many questions, and if I could have gone straight into this I would have done, but we're reading it together and I don't want to jump ahead. So he said he started it today, so yeah, I'm gonna start this today. It's a 900 page book. We've got until the end of the month to read it, and then we're going to be moving on to The Wolfwood Princess and the Piebald Prince, and then moving to the Tawny Man trilogy, which I don't think I have yet, so I will need to get that. This is going to be one book that I'm reading this week, and these 3 books are the others. So this is going to be my buddy read with Becca Fowell. We start that tomorrow. This I need to read as part of the Royal Readathon. This is under 300 pages. I am practicing Wiccan, however I've not fallen off the path because it sounds a bit dramatic, but yeah, I'm going back to my roots on this, so I need to get this read as well. And also Valor, which is the second in the Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne. I read Malice last month. And it is a readathon, a read along should I say, that is being hosted by Sasha from the Wild Sasha. Got a very little way through this before I had to put this down, because I started this, this is not on my TBR either. I did not work this into my Royal Readathon TBR, which I think I should have done, but never mind. I've got quite a few books to read this week, and then at the weekend I've got these 3 to read for the Readathon Meltdown. So far this month I've read over 4,000 pages, which I'm quite happy with. I am officially declaring myself out of a slump. So I'm going to finish my editing, get it scheduled and ready for tomorrow, and then I'm going to head off and read this. And yeah, I will update you all when I next have an update, which is probably going to be before I go to bed or maybe tomorrow.
And you're gonna pick up, call too many times, text back saying sorry I'm drunk, why do I even try? Argue in circles for hours, cause what else can we do? Seems so sweet when it started, but now it's overgrown. I break my back trying to fix this and still end up alone. But I'll keep trying and trying till it splits me in two. 'Cause I don't think we're working out with every sad attempt. You break it off, I'll break down, 'cause I don't want us to end. Don't tell me, I'll let it stay in my head. I won't believe our love is already dead. I'll let it disappear slowly. Forget it, really don't tell me.
Hey, so I'm really tired. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing with my life. So I spent this evening reading, and I'm just gonna quickly update that side of my eyes. Everything's really bright because I'm so tired. So let me just update you on what I've been reading. So first up we have Fire with Fire. I started this as a buddy read with Becca. Her channel is Becca Fowell. I will leave her linked below along with anybody else I mention in my videos, as always. So this follows two girls who are sisters, and it's Danny and Eden. And Danny is the wild child type sister, and Eden is the play by the rules, following in her family's footsteps, purely focused on training sister. And they're both dragon slayers. As you can tell by the name, their goal is to train in order to be able to slay dragons. Danny has a gift for this. She does very little training, or she doesn't like to train, and she's not as strict with herself as a sister, but she has a natural gift for it. The whole premise of the book is that they're supposed to slay the dragons. However, Danny, the one with the gift for dragon slaying, encounters a dragon and ends up getting some kind of soul bond connection with the dragon. And obviously, I'm guessing that leads to her refusing to kill dragons, and it causes a rift between her and her sister. There are other magical elements involved in this that we don't yet know about, but it's sort of hinted at. And we are only 53 pages in, and we are already at the stage where we meet the dragon. And can we just, this is a fairy little edition of this book, can we just appreciate the cover and then the dust jacket? Just the attention to detail with these special editions, and I'm so glad that so far I'm liking this, because this is a beautiful edition of a book. So there's this, loving it so far. Next up, I continued with my read. This is Vala the Second in the Faithful and the Fallen series that follows Corbin, who is seemingly a normal young boy in the first book, but we come to learn that there's something about him that is special and we don't know what it is. And it follows multiple perspectives along the same storyline, and they are in the Banished Lands, which are at the brink of war. As always in fantasies, there are worlds at the brink of war or in the middle of a war, and Corbin has been through a lot in the first book. I don't know what to say without sort of giving too much away, but this follows on from the events that happened at the end of the first book, and it follows Corbin and his merry band of friends, that I said merry, not really merry, but band of friends, to try and work out what's going on, what his role is in this upcoming war. He's trying to figure out who he can trust, because there's so many people in this book that backstabbing and betrayal seems to be a massive thing that so many people are capable of. And if they're not stabbing people in the back, they're out for vengeance, and sometimes for the wrong reasons, like miscommunication or misinterpretation, or being manipulated. So it's very in-depth, and as you can tell, quite chunky. This is almost 500 pages, I think. Over 500 pages. Oh Jesus, why have I got this? 647 pages is what this is, and I'm currently on page 173. So I'm making waves, making movement on this, which I'm happy about. Finally, I'm reading Trip of Destiny, which is the final book in the second trilogy of the Realm of the Elderlings. So the first trilogy, obviously Fantasy trilogy, second trilogy is this, and then you've got the novella The Willful Princess and Piebald Prince. Me and Michael from The Average Reader started buddy reading this series. We read The Mad Ship at the beginning of the month, and the way that it ended, we were just like, we want to get on to the next one really quick. And Michael was like, do you have time at the end of the month to read this? Technically, no. But am I making it work? Yes, I am. I'm finessing my TBR to make this work. And by finesse, I mean reading multiple chunky books at the same time.
Lemon, what tragedy happened in your life that you insist upon punishing yourself with all this?
Because I can. These 2 chunky books are definitely going to get finished this week, along with Fire with Fire. I still haven't finished my Readathon TBR. I need to even start this yet though, so I need to start and finish this in order to finish the Readathon. I've also got Frost Hat that I need to read, and that's my music prompt. So I've still got 2 books to read for the Raw Readathon. I've also been sorting out my September TBR for the magical Readathon first. So the way that I'm going to do it is I've sorted out, and I'm going to make a rod for my own back here, and I know I am, but I'm an all or nothing kind of person. I am indecisive. I couldn't pick between 2 characters, so I am both an elf and an Eltarian, and I'm just setting out all the books for the prompts that I need to get done, and then I'm going to roll my Bookopoli rolls for Becca's Bookopoly-thon, and I think I'm just going to do 4 rolls and then see how we get on. I think there's about 12 books I need to read if I want to get in my buddy reads, my read-along books and the prompts. So I'm hoping that the Bookopoly-thon is good to me and it can just work in with that. If not, it's no big deal. I mean, if I can get through these 2, I will have read 4 books that are over 400 pages. This one is like 900 pages. So I'll have read 2 books that are close to 1,000 pages in a month. And if I get through all of the books that I need to get through, I will have read 17 books in August. So given the fact that some of these are chunky books, if I do get through them all, I'm not going to be overly concerned if my 4 rolls don't fit in with other prompts, because I do have a graphic novel in with these books, and I also have manga in with these. Like 2 of the books that I've chosen are graphic novel and manga. So that is me done for tonight. I'm gonna take this to bed and finish my section because I'm a little bit behind. I might not get to finish the full section. I might have to listen to it on the way to work tomorrow and on my lunch and that to catch up. But yeah, I'm really loving this so far. That is me done for tonight. Yeah, so I will see you all tomorrow when I have some more to update you on. Peace out. Hey, hi, how do you do, Flutie? I am coming at you with a Thursday update. So the way this is gonna go is I am going to be doing a, don't know how this is gonna work. I might do the vlog up until tomorrow and then do my 36-hour readathon at the weekend, maybe, or just do a full week's vlog including a 36-hour readathon. Depends how much footage I've got. So we'll see. I might cut this off tomorrow and just do like a 5-day thing. Anyway, this is me verbalizing what I feel like I want to do before I actually decide. But I have been reading Ship of Destiny this week and I'm really enjoying this. Like really, you're too close. I'm really enjoying this. There's just so many things to unpack. This one is a lot slower than the others. There's still bits and bats happening, but a lot of it is like dialogue, just explaining situations, not much action. Something happens and they spend a lot of time discussing said happening between them. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense.
I can't make sense of what she says.
I can't really explain it without giving spoilers, but I am still really enjoying it, and the intrigue is just, I have absolutely no idea where she's gonna take this, how it's gonna end, even though like I'm over halfway through the book now and I still don't know. It's tis a bafflement, tis a puzzlement. I'm also still reading Fire with Fire, my buddy read with Becca Fowell. We are that far in right now. So that I'm loving. Knox is a great character, Danny is a great character. Eda's a good character in her own way, but I'm just excited to see where it goes. Also, LGBTQ plus rep. So, you can't go wrong. I am also still reading Malice. No, I'm not. Valor. And this is a floppy paperback. Oh, floppy paperback. What I'm going to do is, because I've got ahead with this buddy read, I think I'm a bit further ahead than where I need to be. I am going to spend the rest of the night reading this. And so far, I think I'm going to be on track to finish those 3 books this weekend. And then I can read my Pullathon Meltdown books over the weekend. And me and Becca are considering doing some sprints if Jade's not sprinting. So if you were on sprints with me and Becca, if we did them at the weekend, comment down below with a polar bear. In the midst of all this, I've been updating my bullet journal with the magical readathon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Bookathon and magical readathon in here, just because it finishes off this bullet journal as well. And then I'm also going to do a separate, more laid out, a better laid out journal just for the magical readathon, given the fact that it's going to go over however long it's going to go over. And I'm also doing 2 characters, and I've got some things printed, like smaller versions of the brief history and these to put in a journal. And I'm gonna do what I did on the map in my bullet journal and burn the edges of the paper. So I will do a video on just doing a magical readathon journal. And yeah, I'm going to try and do my bullet journal videos, because I love listening to the audiobook whilst just doing bullet journaling, because it's just so therapeutic and I'm loving it. So I still need to get a better setup for my bujos, because the setup that I've got isn't great at the moment. I'm still working on the setup for many things, so you have to bear with. I'm gonna go carry on reading, and I will update you when I've got something else to update you on.
When you're gonna pick up, call too many times, text back saying sorry I'm drunk, why do I even try? Argue in circles for hours, cause what else can we do? Seems so sweet when it started, but now it's overgrown. I break my back trying to fix this and still end up alone. But I'll keep trying and trying till it splits me in two. 'Cause I don't think we're working out with every sad attempt. You break it off, I'll break down, 'cause I don't want us to end. Don't tell me, I'll let it stay in my
Hey, so pages for Fire with Fire. I read them earlier today than I have been, and this is picking up. There's been a twist. I don't know, it kind of hinted at something might potentially possibly happen, but I didn't realise it was going to be this. And I cried. We are currently 222 pages in and I cried. So we're just over halfway. Are we over halfway? We're over halfway. But this, I'm top tier. Oh, sorry. Gav's doing live sprints. I've also been listening to the audiobook with this, and I just feel like when you get a good narrator, it's just so much fun to listen to it, because They get the accents, you get the sarcastic tone in people's voices, and it's just a whole ton of fun. And so far this is feeling like 4-star vibes. I don't know why it doesn't give me 5-star feels right now, but it's going to be very high 4. Very high 4. Oh my god, so many people. Exciting times. Exciting times. And then I'm waiting to find out from Michael how far he's gotten, because I think I'm still a teensy little bit ahead, maybe, possibly. So I've read some more of Bella, and she's halfway through now, and I cannot. This is 5-star. This just gives me so much to think about. There's different people, there's so much death in this, so much death in this. There is also death of animals. It's not sort of characters we come to grow and love. I'm going to say that because I know that animal death and violence really triggers people in books. So there's some violence towards animals, and there is some animal death, but it's not the characters we grow to love. So Corbin is on his journey after the events of what happened in book 1, which I don't want to spoil it, I can't spoil it, but after that happened, he's now on a journey with a band of merry men. So he's with Adana and some other people. He's finding things out. Like, as the reader, in book 1 as the reader, we were sort of given hints as to certain things that might be relating to him and what part he has to play with the whole faithful and the fallen, the God War and the banished lands coming together or splitting apart in war. Corbin's also finding out what part he is going to be playing in the God War, and it's just so good. I don't know how you say it. I think you say it Karen. It's Cobbin's sister. She is a feisty, fierce, funky, fresh, fabulous woman in this. She's so great. She's so quick to defend herself. She's not like the woe is me damsel type, which, especially earlier YA, could have easily made her out to be. She will fight for what she wants. She's just brilliant. And then there are some people in here that I'm just thinking, the way that they've portrayed themselves throughout book 1, certain things that they're saying now is making me think that maybe they'll switch sides. Maybe they're realising that certain people who they thought were good are not necessarily good. That's all I can say on this at the moment. It's just, yes. Fun. I'm going to head off, get some food, and I will update you when I have read more of Valor. And it really is frustrating that I can't tell you what happens, but if you like political fantasy betrayals, if you don't mind battles and death, but you want a great rounded storyline that has some sort of like travel scenes in it, but also has scenes set in different parts of these lands, and you want to talk about war, and it's quite in depth. But if you like that kind of thing, I would 100% recommend this series without a shadow of a doubt. It's up there with Hob, and it's just great, so good. And this really gives me a feel for like reading more adult fantasy. And I know I'm so late to the game with this, but I've read one Brandon Sanderson book, and that's Elantris, and I haven't read any of the other books, even though I've got one of the trilogies. So yeah, it just made me want to delve more into adult fantasy, so we'll see where we go with that one. But I've got no idea where this is going to go from here. We've got 2 more books after this, and it's just all up in the air, which makes the intrigue for me, because it's just so well written and it's multiple POVs as well, which again I'm finding that I really like, and I just don't know where it's gonna go. But yeah, I'm having a good reading month. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling funky, feeling fresh. And I've just filmed my Abraxas box unboxing, so I think I might take a little bit of a break from it, from reading and edit a video. So yes, I will see you when I see you. Bye. Hello friends. Hello. It's Friday. It's Friday, everybody. Home from work. Tis a Friday. Plan for this evening. It's only 4:30 because work finished early, so we have Ship of Destiny that I got part way through, which we are here. I say part way, that's over half. Yay for more. I'm loving this. I think I've got a bit ahead of myself on the buddy read, so I paused it for a couple of days. So I'm going to continue with this tonight for a couple of hours. And then tonight we have the last of season 3. Becca from Becca the Books does a Patreon watch along for Buffy. Yes, Buffy. Do not hate, because Buffy is great. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it did. So I love the series. There's been a few questionable episodes, but it is so 90s. Obviously, you can clearly tell the stunt doubles. 100% tell the stunt doubles. And it's very much like a hi-ya, hi-ya, ya when they do the fighting. And it's, you could tell it's just so 90s. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. But it's just so great. Like, I've never watched it from start to finish, and I used to watch bits and bats here and there. But it's just, I just like it. It's just a bit of relief after like a long day. We just sit and chill and watch a couple of hours of Buffy. And now, after this week, we're moving on to season 4, which it was the start of season 1 of Angel. So now it's a Buffy Angel watch along, which I can honestly say David Boreanaz not mad about. Just putting it out into the universe, even now, at his age. I would not say no to a little bit of Boreanaz. So that is my plan for this evening. And then I'm not even really going to have time for a nap. I don't know what time we start, but there'll be very little time between that and when I start the Readathon meltdown. The books that I am reading for said meltdown is these 3. I am super excited to reread Frostheart. It made me smile, it made me cry, it was so heartwarming, as she's a bean. I just love it. And then Rainbow Grey, I got this months ago when Lauren L. Anderson first released it and did a live show with Gav, which was a Waterstones event, which was brilliant. I loved it. And look at the rainbow edges. And then Melt. And this is quite a short one. Quite a short one, 250 pages. And these are my prompts. I'm reading 3 books, 3 prompts. Am I crazy? Probably. So that is what I'll be doing all day tomorrow and Sunday morning. Because I'm not gonna sleep. I can't get no sleep. So yeah, and in betwixt all of that, that's a very old way of saying in between, going back into ye olden days, I also need to read my buddy read pages of Fire with Fire, and depending on how far I get with this and Valor, we're going to be weaving in between this until these 3 until the end of the month. I also have this to read by Tuesday and my mythology book, but that's only like 100 and something pages, so that's fine. That is me done for my update for now. I will see you all very soon. when I've read my pages of Fire with Fire. Thank you for watching. Adios amigos. Okay, so I'm jumping in right now to let you know. I look a right weirdo. Oh my god. So I've just, well, my niece has just done the TBR for the Royal Readathon and Bookathon next month. So I'm just popping here to sign off this vlog and start my Polathon 36 hour readathon vlog. So yeah, thank you for joining me this week. I have read, I can't remember what I've read. Sorry, it's weird seeing myself like this. Like, I've literally had to do a video with a full on wig on and everything, and elf ears, and try and do a Scottish accent. And it's just been the strangest experience ever, seriously. Like, oh my god, I don't even know how that video is going to turn out. I'm probably going to offend people that are Scottish because my accent slipped in and out so much, but there was no way I was refilming that. That was just, it just wasn't going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to end this vlog here. I've read quite a lot this week. I've got a bit more to read, but there's mostly been like buddy reads, so I've not finished a book, but I've read most of our Ship of Destiny and Fire with Fire. So I've read most of those books. I'm almost done, and then I'm now going to move on to the 3 Polathon reads. So I will see you all in my Polathon vlog. This is a weird way to end a video, but here we go. Peace.